Calls for Whoopi Goldberg to be fired from The View are growing. I mean, even more than usual. Welcome to Doug in Exile. Shout out to the Quad Club. Those are my people. You guys watch 4 videos. Thank you for being out there. They're called Quad Club, Quad Squad, Quadzilla. You guys all come up with your own names. I appreciate you guys for watching all these videos. I don't deserve you as an audience. I'm doing my best. This is my full-time job. I bring you the big news. This is a big cultural news. Whoopi is trying to equate the suffering of blacks in America to the suffering of the Iranian people. And man, the Iranian people, they give her quite a beat down. Figuratively, check out this news article my friend Bo Sherman sent me. Whoopi Goldberg slammed by Iranian dissidents as netizens, that is people on the net, call for her removal from The View. Now, you guys can let me know in the chat below how you vote. Do you vote to remove Whoopi from The View, or do you vote to keep her on The View? Don't we want such great, terrible entertainment to make fun of every day? Is it not worth it? Okay, here is Whoopi Goldberg sparked backlash after comparing life for Black Americans in the US to living in Iran during a segment on The View. Ooh, that's a really bad start. The award-winning actress comments have now been condemned by Iranian dissidents who have deemed the remarks offensive and misguided. And this is what I mean by all these liberals that think they've got some kind of a cultural cover to say what they want, and they just call us racist and call Trump, you know who. Maybe I should start referring to Whoopi as you know who, because, she's one of those truly racially insensitive people. Social media has also been in frenzy over her comments, with many criticizing Whoopi Goldberg for downplaying Iran's human rights abuses, Iranian disciplines. There she is. Look at that fashion icon right there. Iranian dissidents are criticizing Goldberg for what they describe as an offensive comparison between the experience of Black Americans and life under Iran's theocratic regime. By the way, I'm going to show you guys the original clip of her from a couple days ago when she made the original mistake, but let's get through some of this article first. Dr. Sheila Nazarian, a prominent plastic surgeon and Iranian-American human rights advocate, was among the first to speak out. In a statement for Fox News Digital, she condemned the actress's comments, saying, Whoopi Goldberg comparison between being Black in America and living under Iran's authoritarian regime is deeply misguided and dismisses the brutal realities faced by millions of Iranians. Yeah, we have no idea what they go through, guys. We are the freest country in the world. Even though you hear me criticize America, there's plenty to criticize. Sometimes if you really don't love your country, if you don't love it enough to try to correct it. So that's why, to me, the first mark of patriotism, number one, you love the country, you're not going to abandon it. All these people that say they're going to move out of the country, you're not a patriot. It's almost like if you have a child who, say, gets into crime. You love them enough to stick around to reform them, okay? And by the way, if you guys have not subscribed to this channel, we are full of happy patriots. We're pro-America. That's our brand. That's what we love. We love Trump. And we really don't appreciate almost anything Whoopi Goldberg has ever said. So make sure you subscribe if you want to get more of this kind of content. Nazarian, whose family fled Iran in 1985 after her father was targeted by the regime for execution, Whoopi, said Goldberg's comments were just not accurate. They were insulting, she noted. While racism is a serious and ongoing challenge in the US, comparing this to life under a totalitarian theocracy like Iran is not only inaccurate, it's offensive to those who suffer daily under that regime. So this is like, we have to get the word out about Iran. And this lady is going like, I wish someone would get the word out. The View and Whoopi could have gotten the word out about what kind of insane suffering the Iranian people have to go through under their 85-year-old Ayatollah who's in a religious death cult, and put all the women in hijabs. Many of their protests right now are to take their hijabs off. They want to, be free to act however they want. And Whoopi is covering up that, just like she covered up the Holocaust that almost got her fired last time. Nazarian added, in Iran, the government controls nearly every aspect of life. People can be imprisoned, tortured, the R word, or even executed for peaceful protests, for criticizing the regime, or simply expressing their opinions online. Whoopi, you're so ignorant. Iranian journalist says the actress's job, Whoopi, at The View disproves her claim about Iran and the U.S., the fact that she can say stupid things. This woman can say anything she wants, and she can dress any way she wants, which women in Iran flat out can't do. Look at that flamboyant outfit on this lady. Look at this fashion icon. I got to show you more of this fashion icon. Look at that. Look at this number. I don't even know what you'd call this. Looks like a storm cloud. I don't even what hairstyle is that? Kind of like Shemp. It's like a dreadlocks of Shemp from the Three Stooges. Dreadlock Shemp. Echoing Nazarian's outrage, Iranian-American journalist and foreign policy expert Lisa Daftari further lambasted Goldberg for making such comments while being a woman of color. Daftari also claimed that Goldberg's ability to appear on The View, dressed however she likes, is proof the life in the U.S. for Black Americans is not the same as that of women in Iran. I like the flamboyant dress of many Black women. The journalist said, it's astonishing that Whoopi Goldberg would even suggest that life for Black Americans is somehow equivalent to living under the rule of the Ayatollah in Iran, Daftari added. The very fact that she is a woman and a woman of color has a platform where she can speak freely, express dissenting views, and I'll add, making millions and millions of dollars and enjoying the life of incredible fame, all while just being incredibly bitter and ungrateful, expressing dissenting views. And dissent is the important one, guys, the ability to legally disagree with your leadership and appear uncovered on national television is proof of the immense freedom she enjoys. The controversy unfolded on The View during an exchange between Goldberg and host Elisa Farah Griffin. Griffin was highlighting Iran's well-documented human rights abuses, such as the execution of LGBTQ plus individuals and the arrests of women for violating strict dress codes. Let's go to that exchange right here with Whoopi and Elisa Farah Griffin. This is what the article is talking about. This is just to get you caught up. Let's watch.
And it's slow.
But let's just remember, too, the Iranians literally throw gay people off of buildings. They don't adhere to basic human rights.
Listen, here's the thing. Let's not do that, because if we start with that, we have been known in this country to tie gay folks to the car.
Is that common, Whoopi? Is that what we do? Tie gay folks to the car? You know, one of my favorite musicians is Elton John. My dad, redneck, served in Korea, hardcore man, had nothing for gays, loved Elton John, knew he was gay, had no problem with it. Elton John is not dragged behind a car. Last time I checked, he's not in danger of being dragged behind a car. I love David Bowie. I love Freddie Mercury, the lead singer of Queen. So many arts were homosexual. I never once wanted them dragged behind a car, nor even heard of one. She's talking about this one weird case that is like an urban legend. We don't even know if it happened or not. I'm unclear. But the idea that even if there's only one, okay, it's not like there's even 5 a year. 5 a year. Think of black on black crime out of Chicago, one of our top murder capitals in the world, or here in Memphis, Tennessee. Just hundreds and hundreds of cases of people being killed. Okay. Blacks are not being dragged behind cars in America. Go watch Project Runway, RuPaul, any variety show, Hollywood Squares. We used to love Charles Nelson Riley, who was gay. Oh man, just all these famous outed actors. It's not that nobody cared. It's that they were treated pretty well. And the idea that they were somehow victims for being gay, certainly they might have been a victim of some kind of persecution. They were not dragged behind a car. And when I worked in Hollywood and every job was being preferred and given to gays because they all hire their own over me, okay? It wasn't a big deal to me or anything, but I'm just saying they were treated like royalty in certain places in America. By the way, gays have one of the highest pay rates in America. They're up there often above Asians. Gays are some of the highest paid, most favored people in the workforce in America as far as wealth goes. So if they're being persecuted and dragged behind a car, I ain't seeing it.
Where the Iranian regime is today in 2025 is nothing compared to the United States.
Hanging black people. So
now they're hanging black people.
In the same, I couldn't step foot wearing this.
Wait. That's not what you mean to say. It is the same.
No, it's not. The year 2025 in the United States is nothing like if I step foot wearing this outfit in Tehran.
I'm sorry.
If all these women wore these outfits in Tehran, they would be publicly stoned and disappeared. So all these women, you might say America has a toxic masculinity problem, but all of our women in America are treated better and like royalty compared to any woman in Iran.
Well, they were like Iranian. No, I can't have my hair showing. I can't wear a skirt. I can't have my arms out.
I'm telling you, as
I literally said it was up to the Iranian people.
Yes,
it is up to them.
And that's why I am saying
Whoopi couldn't run around with the sides of her head being all naked like that in public.
that it is the same. Murdering someone for their difference is not good, whoever does it. It's not good.
What if their difference is being unborn and in a womb, Whoopi? Is it still okay to murder them for their difference? Oh.
So that's why I said you weren't saying what I heard was not what you meant.
I think it's very different to live in the United States in 2025 than it is to live in Iran.
Not if you're black.
Not for everybody.
Not if you're black. Okay, that's where she said it. She goes, it's different to be a woman in the United States, in Iran. This is just such a common sense thing. And then Whoopi goes, not if you're black. And I'm sorry, but all of her outfits, there's no way. This is just beyond bizarre. Anyways, this is why she's being called.
Not if you're black.
Guys,
not if you're black.
Do not anyone at the table.
Let me tell you about being in this country. This is the greatest country in the world.
That's right.
But yeah, I know that. I know that.
Correct.
And we all know that.
Yeah.
But every day we are worried. Do we have to be worried about our kids? Are our kids going to get shot because they're running through somebody's neighborhood?
Are our kids more likely to be taken away by the government and transed if they choose to identify a certain way and they disagree with their parents? Whoopi?
They are not big deals, and I don't mean to say they're not big deals to you, because that's not what I meant.
And they are not doing well there either. They are not doing well in Iran. They are not educated. They cannot property. They cannot leave things.
I'm talking about
nobody wants to diminish the very real problems we have in this country. That is no one's intent. But I think it's important we remember there are places much darker than this country and people who deserve rights.
I'm going to give you guys another example of this that I think is really important. This is a matter of scale, okay? Blacks in America have it incredibly well. Do they face some racism? Absolutely. I'm a Christian, and you've heard me even complain about being persecuted in America, right? I lose a job, I get dogpiled on Twitter, I'm not favored here, I'm insulted in a certain way. America is nothing compared to how Christians are treated in Tehran or in some other countries like China where they're driven underground. My people, the number one people killed, martyrs in the world, are Christians, okay? So for me to say it's so bad here, don't tell me about that other country because we Christians are so persecuted here. None of us are being killed. Christians are not being killed in America. Okay, anyone who says that is lying. My persecution here is nothing compared to what Christians have experienced in the entire history of the church. If you go back to the martyrs, and in almost any other country but America, they're often treated worse, even to a point of being killed. So you have to put that into context. And Whoopi has to admit that blacks have it better here than almost any other country in the world. So do Hispanics, so do Russians, so do Persians, so do Japanese. It's like so do gays. You have it better in this country. So do communists. Frankly, so do white supremacists have it better here than anywhere else in the world.
Everybody feels that way. Not everybody feels that way. Listen, I'm sorry. When you think about the fact that we got the vote in 1965.
Okay, they don't have free and fair elections in Iran. It's not even the same universe. They can't go out of their house. The women.
You know what? There's no way I can make you understand.
So she's defaulting that. That's what happens when you lose an argument and you can't articulate your position in a way that could convince anyone. She now knows there's no way to convince you, so she's going to blame you. There's no way I can get you to understand.
It's like try to reverse roles with a black person in this country, let's say, because I think that's what you're talking about.
Yes.
Just try to understand from their point of view. From that point of view, this country does not do them well, does not go for them.
What are you talking about, Joy Behar? Italian-American, What are you talking about? Put yourself in a black person's shoes. First of all, I can't, but I certainly can understand that I know for a fact that they would receive some level of persecution. It's okay. You don't have to equate it to what people face in Iran, a hellhole that it has a cult member in charge. These are the same people that are saying like Trump is a cult leader in charge. Literal Iran is a cult leader in charge. I don't get it.
So acknowledge that,
and we shouldn't compare atrocities.
If you're talking about Iran, of course, is doing worse things, but relatively speaking, it feels bad.
Okay, but I think you know that Iran is significant.
I guess we're going to come back and talk. We're going to come back and talk more about this.
Point to Elisa Farah Griffin on this one. Whoopi, shameful. Goldberg interrupted, warning against singling out Iran without acknowledging America's past. Let's not do that. Griffin hit back. This is just a play-by-play. Look at this. This is my favorite. This is the outfit that we're going to close on, ladies and gentlemen. Look at Whoopi. Look at this fine number right here. You think she's going to wear that in Iran? Look at her. I'll let you guys describe what you'll call this ensemble. What do you call this one? Grape Guinan. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for the Quad Club. Thanks for subscribing. God bless you. I'll see you tomorrow with 4 more videos right here on Doug in Exile. Pray for Whoopi Goldberg, but most of all, pray for those poor women in Iran. I want God's will there. Doug in Exile.